Hello everyone. Still kind of starting up here, setting up for the stream at least. Good morning, Mr. Pigments. Mel, welcome. Andrea, welcome. Gulchen, welcome. Trying to get this chat thing to work again. I hate it when things update and then just, you know, don't work anymore. No, I don't want that. Copyright things. Let's have a look. Can we do this? We probably can't do this. Where is our sound at? There we go. All right, so it's not afternoon. It's been the start of the evening for an hour already here. For those of you wondering what am I talking about, I said, you know, I might show the process of this in the afternoon yesterday evening. Lights. Yes, okay. But I've been running this for a little longer than I actually planned to. Fat Filbert, welcome. Lady, welcome. Ian, welcome. No, so it's a little bit later, but I wanted to really try to get this to work and maybe when putting it on a little longer, maybe being able to yeah, okay, that's a good shot as well. Maybe being able to get it that warmer hue. Mel, I read your email, and this can go higher than 70 degrees, by the way. It's I think 300 degrees. So that's good enough, but I'm probably going to let this cook in or evaporate. Oh, this smells so bad. Okay, so this is ready. There we go. Now I need to check my steps. One moment, please. Because this is a kind of a nerve-wracking process. Yeah, I've done that. Okay, yeah, I've done that. Okay. Okay, so we need to cool it down. We need to cool it down. Interestingly, though, put this directly in the middle so we have good shots from all the angles here. Interestingly, when I noticed that, find the flashlight as well, otherwise it's not interesting at all. Oh, there it is, just a little bit dark here. Look what color that is. Well, this is orange. For those of you who have difficulties naming it, it wasn't a riddle. It's just I wanted to show you that this is actually orange, but it's a pastel orange. Muller slab, easy. Silicon carbide or carborundum, and I'd use the 200 grits for it. Don't use sandpaper. Absolutely don't use sandpaper. Sandpaper is all sets on the paper, obviously, but you'll just get the movements of your hand in the glass. You don't want that. It leaves grooves, if it leaves anything at all. Silicon carbide is, you have all these separate particles and you just do that with your Muller. But 80 is also way too much. So between 2 and 400 is good. Anything finer, you don't really notice it. I've done it with 400 last time because I like it a little bit smoother, especially working with these chemicals, cleaning it up. Some of the oxides, manganese oxide, for instance, is super staining. Really super staining. So I like it a little bit better like this. Well, your ads are based on your algorithm or cookies, so it has nothing to do with my channel, apparently. But let's... This is hotter than I anticipated. Let's put something in between here. So at least has some distance. Oh, and I checked my kiln as well today. I'm not going towards my kiln, by the way. Made another batch of manganese green, and that worked. So my kiln is working again. I'm really happy with that. Now, why did I lose my thermometer? Where is it? Oh, I actually also wanted to clean up today. While this was running and while my kiln was on. Why can't I find my thermometer? Seriously? What is this? I mean, that's another box. Oh, unprepared. I've had the entire day for this. I used it as well. Really? How is this possible? Santi, welcome. Teddy, welcome. Let's use something different for them. Oh, this is bad. Okay, so I've been here, I've been there. Maybe it's underneath this one. No, it's definitely not there. How is this possible? I have no idea how this is possible. Let me just get this thing over here, which is a digital pH meter. But I actually prefer the pH strips, especially in this stage. But this is also a thermometer. Lucky me. Don't you go there, Ian. Don't you go there. I'm not sure where you're going, but this keeps. And what did I say? Which temperature did I say? Okay. Okay, so actually it is pretty okay right now. Okay, so let the magic happen. Kinda, sort of. This is for me the scariest part. And I want to be fully prepared, by the way. I need to be fully prepared. Do I have something? This one's a little bit better. To really stir. Oh, I don't want this over there. I don't want this over there. One would think, you know, I'm prepared for anything else. Like I have all my salts. I dissolve those. I have everything ready. Okay, this needs to be and go very gently, very slowly. But notice this. When I put a drop in it, it immediately gives a yellow swirl. So focus on this. You saw the yellow? Hopefully you did. Can we? I'm not using this anyway, so let's get rid of this over there. And let's get this so we can actually see the yellow swirl a bit better. It already kind of is solidifying. It's not solidifying really. But it becomes a gel. I don't like that, but it's part of the this phase of the process actually. And this needs to go very slowly, very gently. Also, while I'm doing this, drop by drop, and literally very slowly. Don't forget to like the stream. So, I have my 3D printers on, so that's me. You know, if you hear annoying humming and rattling noises, it's that. So this is a process. I'm ignoring the ads, by the way. No, let's turn this off for 10 minutes. We can do that for 10 minutes. Yeah. So you shouldn't have ads right now, hopefully. The annoying part about this process is it can have a sudden reaction where it just turns into gel. But then it also becomes transparent. So that is really interesting. I'm going to do this back and forth here with this to make sure it's not cooling down too quickly as well. Ooh. Has a string of gel kind of floating. There you go. Maybe the ads are looking on what's on your screen. I don't know why the AI note taker is there, but this might look like cream cheese or cheese spread or whatever. This is more milk with a drop of coffee than the other way around. Exactly that, Gulchen. So I am interested in. Let's have a look if we can. See that right now. Why is that thing? Yes, there we go. Okay, so the orange is a little bit more orangey. Let's see what it does when. I sucked some of the dropper. Ooh, you see that? You see the look? That is absolutely stunning, if I'm very honest. Which is weird that it's already kind of I accidentally touched the pipette to this and it's already reacting inside. It's actually really interesting to see the gel forming as well. I mean, you can. I should have a like standard UV light here. What happens if I put a drop in the middle? It stays there for longer. I don't know if I like that. So instead of highlighter yellow, this is transparent. Instead of orange, this is like raw milk or something. But this being orange, you know, this is just because the inside is a little bit contaminated with this, so the reaction already kind of happens over here without it being visible. But this being orange under UV, This is why I kept it going for the last 8 hours. And I'm just going to do it drop for drop, and you kind of see it. You see the whirlpool in the middle. You see that kind of moving already. That you know that there are some solids forming. It isn't a smooth movement anymore. I'm gonna wait. I'm keeping it a trade secret right now. Well, this is a solution. Amongst other things, there's ammonia in it, so it does stink a little bit. Let's get some things off this, because that was already forming a gel. So what I'm doing, I'm adding all the components, which are mostly colorless, except for this star. But this is colorless. This one is colorless. This one is colorless as well. And this one is colorless, and they're all going to be put in drop by drop, or at least this one, it needs to go very slowly. And what I'm doing, these are all ingredients, so to speak, elements that you just can find in the urine of a cow that was on a diet of mango leaves, but deconstructed in a chemical way and then put together with kind of great precision, kind of. The issue is I really don't know when it will turn, but I want it to go as slowly as possible. I've been letting this run for over 8 hours, by the way. So I really shouldn't haste anything, rush anything. I do hear the magnet kind of wobbling sometimes, like, so it's getting some more resistance. You can see that in the swirl here as well. I'm letting it turn for a minute now. I do see some, you see that yellow line over here? That is already kind of a solidified bit. I need to scrape that off. I don't want that. So there's no controlled movement, or no controlled, almost no controlled movement anymore. And I warned you at the beginning of the stream that, you know, this was going to take some time, and this is just the first part. So I don't know if it's visible for you, but it's getting like a pattern in it. You see, it's not a smooth off-white anymore. There's definitely a reaction going on, but we want it to go very mildly, since not last time, but it's the batch before that, I accidentally put in too much at once, and it just fully kind of solidified. It was just one lump in the jar. Or in the beaker. It's not a jar, it's a beaker. Let's say professional here. Right, so I'm going to let this run for now, like this. So it can kind of hopefully desolidify a little bit. I want the reaction still, but no, I'm not going to do this. In the meantime, I tried something that I tried in my previous attempts of manganese green. As you can see here, that's a lot of blue in the crucible again. Like, I mean, it's literally a lot of blue in the crucible. But this is a bit of a different recipe. So maybe there was more blue in it to start with. I don't know. It's greener. So let's just see what kind of color this has given us. One moment, please. I think cow urine is collected with, you know, in a is it a stable? What are cows standing in if it has a roof? I don't know how you call that in English. But mostly it's like wooden floors, right? With straw and things like that on it. So I think, you know, just it seeps through that and then it gets filtered. I think I don't know. This one is bluer. More blue. Or this one is more blauwlich. That's maybe better after yesterday. There wasn't any blue in there. I don't know, this one seems like more towards a teal side, but also more yellow. I don't know how that's possible with where it should go. But mind you, by the way, this is the first calcination. So let me have a look if I'm missing anything here. Not that I see. Well, like, if we hear a stream of water, if at least, you know, biologically, if one hears a stream of water, one is more, you know, more likely to urinate. So I think you can definitely train it. Sylvie, welcome. Great to see you. Now let's see what kind of toxic-ish green this has become. Do I still have a piece of paper? Yesterday I was, oh yeah, that's, yesterday I had a piece of paper for this monstrosity. This is terribly, this is almost phthalo greenish green. A bit more natural, a bit more textural as well. But as I said, first calcination, so this isn't a stable pigment yet when it comes to manganese pigment that are made like this. But to be honest, this is a kind of this rocks. I don't know. I like it. I really like it. Am I going to get rid of this immediately? I don't know. Let's put another drop in this. Those were 3 drops. I shouldn't have done that. Just stir a little harder. Thank you, Sylvie. It is, like I said, this is a different version of manganese green. It has an extra element in it, but this feels more yellow and more cyan at the same time, which is weird. Ian, don't be that person. That's just, you know, that's just, you sound like one of the grumpy Muppets. I don't know what the names are. Yes, okay, pay attention to this. Pay attention to this. I'm just going to get rid of my green. I know, such a shame. I know. Am I going? Yes, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. It was just a tiny bit of pigment, and I'm fixed my kiln. By the way, the thermocouple that I replaced, I ordered an extra one, because if that's the thing that is so prone to breaking with higher temperatures for a longer time, I want one just, you know, in stock, a spare one. No, that was just. Oh, I need to do that as well. Okay. We're at this point. I can feel it. I can actually see it. I'm not feeling this. It's way too hot. As you can see, the swirl in the middle, that whirlpool thing, is less deep than it was. Might be able to turn it a little bit harder. Yes, those are the 2. Yes. Okay. We're now at the point that every drop that I'll make will make a string of that gel that you see over there. I'm not even adding drops and it's still reacting, so I'm going to take it easy now. Going to turn it a little bit harder, by the way, because I don't want all the the solids to just form in the middle and keep forming in the middle. But it just keeps on reacting right now. No, I really shouldn't do this. Let me change one thing, by the way. Let me have a look if I can do it like this, and if I can just go there, and then just do this. Can I do this? Oh, of course I can't. Oh, of course I can't. Can't change anything, can I? No, I can't change anything. Okay. Maybe again. Now go there. Just go that, and then this, and can I now? No, I can't. Okay, never mind. I want to change the pigment number to NY20, but okay, really going to crank this speed up because I don't want that solid to keep staying in the middle. That you see how much of that kind of shrill of gooiness is forming in the middle. If I just turn it off, you can see it. This is all. This is, by the way, a very interesting stage that I really can't capture on camera, but I'm going to try it anyway. This is a stage where it looks like foam. It isn't. It's almost like a very thin slime, but it's also kind of iridescent right now, which really is interesting to me because I don't know where that comes from. But I do recognize it from last time and try to make a picture of it. And a little video because, you know, I wanted to show the shimmer it had. That's bright yellow. That's bright yellow there. Right, let's do this again. Look at that. And that's lighting up. That is lighting up. It's crazy. Let's turn it down. Let's let that piece of gunk in the middle to the outside. Let's slow the spinning down so we can actually see that yellow turning and forming a gel. I want that gel to just go down and mix. It's on its maximum setting right now. Usually maximum setting is it pushes it all the way to the edge and it splatters everywhere. Right now it barely gives a nice whirling effect in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to let this spin for a minute. I'm going to get a drink. Am I going to get a drink? It's 8:30 or 20 to 8. I want to say it's 5 o'clock somewhere, but it's already been 5 o'clock. Of course it's ready. It's time for a drink. I'm really afraid if I'm going to get a drink, it fully solidifies already. Well, but you get what I'm saying, right? This is completely different. I mean, color-wise, this is not interesting at all like this. I see more solids forming. I'm really afraid to stand up right now, actually. If there's like Magacino, if someone feels kind of hypnotized by looking at this, my apologies. But if you do get hypnotized, when I snap my finger, you will make a new donation. No, I'm sorry. Just joking, just joking. But this is for me, this is a very exciting part. I've only had this is the third time I had this actually, because I'm using all the pure stuff. That's why it's all transparent except for that stuff. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get a drink now because I think when I add another drop, it has a chain reaction, and the polymers that are forming right now, that will eventually, you know, form into the crystals that we know of in yellow. that chain reaction that kind of makes it translucent. So this thing right now, it's not translucent, as you can see here. This is just a gunky milk right now. It's very, very, very over the date milk. I'm going to get a drink. And I'm back. Okay, let's turn this into gel. It doesn't even want to go down anymore. You see that in the middle? It's already on its maximum setting and it just doesn't go down anymore. Oh, come on. Really going to need... You see how it's so stringy. This is so stringy already. God, it really is for... It is thick! No! Yeah, that's good, by the way. You know, we want that. But the magnet is already kind of losing control because of the resistance. I need to stop it again, line it up with the magnets in the plate, and... No. It doesn't want to do it anymore. So this is the polymer chain reaction that I was talking about. Okay, so luckily I have some things for this. Let's see if we have anything that will fit like this. Is this going to fit? Yes, this is perfectly going to fit. That is awesome. Let's turn that magnet off. Let's get some things off here as well. So we can get rid of this, and we can get rid of this one. I want this one actually. I want this one above there. Okay. Still want it on the heated plate, but it's not really not ideal. Let's make it a little bit more ideal. One moment, please. Just need to make it work. Let's see if I can find anything underneath that one. And you can do it like this as well. But now we're still heating, and now it can't fall over, which is the most important part. I don't need to, but I want to put some of this in between here, so it's less noisy for you as well, and I'm less scared of breaking the glass. So right now this is not nice at all. I mean, this is also the least fun part, to be honest. This is disgusting. So what happens right now obviously isn't what's happening in the stomach of a cow. Poor cows. I mean, I mentioned why this was banned, if it were, but this is a stage where the solution that I made is reacting with the first solution that I have been cooking for this entire day. And after that, I'm adding different salts and enzymes and other things that replicate what actually happens all at once, but or at least in stages in the stomach of a cow, but all in a liquid form, or basically from a solid to a liquid when we think about, you know, mango leaves. Ugh. Yeah. I mean, perfectly know very well actually how to make slime, you know, because of my kids, but yeah, you know, I have a thing for this, Ian, as well. I mean, it's not exactly for this. I'm saying I have a thing for it. Now I need to actually find that thing for it as well. Oh, here's a clean one. That's good. Is it clean? No, it's not as clean as I want to. This is bigger. I think that's better. I have this is a stirrer for that I use for pigments when I use my 3-roll mill. But it's basically for resin. But, you know, if I'm not telling that thing this isn't resin, it probably wouldn't have an issue with me trying to do this. Am I going to do this though? Am I really going to do this? Oh, this feels so disgusting. It's not the best camera angle for you guys. Oh god, that's disgusting. Hey, but it works. Look, Mom, no hands. Okay. I kind of need to break it down on the sides anyway with this, I think. Still. It's so terrible. Have a great rest of the night. I think. Get some sleep, Rick. Thanks for joining. I mean, this is getting disgusting anyway. Oh. Yeah, it is getting more yellow. You know, let's just stop it for you for a minute. It is definitely getting more yellow and more pieces in it as well. I think that's the best description. Just there's more pieces, there's more of it. Pix Paint, welcome. What's the disgusting part? Well, this is, I'm making Indian yellow. So this is a kind of a between phase of what happens in a cow's stomach, chemically. Obviously, this is in a different form than what would happen in a cow's stomach. Let's see what we're at right now here. So this is it. This is actually a deep yellow that I want without the black line. Oh, and this is the highlighter yellow that's mixing. That I want it to mix, but it doesn't. Can I do this? Can I do this? I think I can't, can I? No, this is not going to really fit. Nah, this won't work. No. The base is actually a part distilled out of mango leaves. But that is definitely a process that I won't show, for now at least. Mango leaves. But because of people's donations a few weeks back, I was actually able to get some ingredients to get more out of those mango leaves and get a better chemical reaction with all purer chemicals than I did before. So maybe this is the phase where a cow makes a difference between what will be urine and what will be the other thing. And you know, looking at this, I can imagine that there's definitely solids in here that it wouldn't want. Definitely. I don't know if this thing makes it easy. It does make it I mean, it's definitely easier for my shoulder, but oh, don't need to heat it too much. So we're going to put this underneath there again and just up the pH to everything of that whitish, that milky substance that was, you know, what we started with, till that's gone. But it is just horrible. Wait, let's put this. I think we have a setting that we can use. This thing is a few years old, by the way, and it already has an AI setting in it, which is ridiculous. There's nothing, you know, AI about this, apart from the fact that it measures resistance and makes it spin harder, and then after a while the other way around to properly mix it. But there's nothing AI behind this. It's just a resistance motor or a resistance sensor. Now it goes the other way. Oh, it's starting to be less and less and less milky, at least from the side. Oh, and it's sticking to my... So, the last stream I started with Indian yellow, I was stuck in this phase for, well, I think 2 hours before that. And then I went live, I think it was somewhere in the afternoon, I think, that stream. I went live when I got it to that mustardy yellow, which which you might have seen. Okay, the milky is almost gone. Yes. I mean, right, you see the difference right now. You've probably seen the difference before, hopefully. Okay, so let's quickly check what this does here. Okay, so it's less orange right now. It's also way less lighting up. Does this still do anything? Yes, that's really giving that burst of UV reflectance there, but I think also this is why this is a more a physics thing. It's getting translucent right now, you see? And when things get translucent, it reflects less, but less light, more shine through, and it is less a solid reflective surface. I mean, yes, we are there. Okay, this is good. I mean, right? You can see the magnetic stirrer through there. Let's get that out. Let's get that out first. Where is it? Is it on your side? Yeah, it's on your side. Okay. So. Come on. I'm using metal tools here, so you can just be your magnetic self. Just don't be so annoyingly annoying. Come on. Maybe I'm just going to take it out here. I mean, that's almost like honey. I wanted to rest on something actually. Let it just rest on the table. I'm going to get the beaker off because it's really hard to get a strong magnet out of a beaker when it's on a magnetic plate. It's really hard to get it out of this anyway. There we go. Oh no, don't you sink. Am I going to do this? I'm probably going to do this with my... Yuck. Sorry guys. The hardest part about this stage is measuring the pH level. So that's not what I'm going to do right now. I need to check my steps. In the meantime, I'll keep just stirring. Taking my notes here. What did I say about this? I did that last time. Okay. Oh, sorry guys, my chat is gone again. Is it gone again? Yes, my chat was gone again. I'm so sorry, I really need to fix this. I'm going to put it on that and I'm going to read whatever I've missed here. First, last time I read was pig's paint. There. Yeah, pig's paint, everything is saved on my channel. Yeah, and please give credits for where credits are due. And if you learn a lot, Everything is free, but a donation is always, always, always taken with a lot of gratitude. Also, Matthias, welcome. This Indian yellow has been made possible by my family, Pigment family here on YouTube, and their donations. Cheers, guys. It looks kind of... Never mind. Cheers with the other glass. Yeah, usually I have to kind of, the piano vibe and the chill and the and for my own brain. But today I've been looking at, what else can I stream, because everything is a copyright free everything, so I don't get issues. But then I started looking into it a little bit more, and it really has some good options. I'm using audio with 2eyes.com, and it has a great kind of AI option in it that you can just drop a song that you like, and it searches songs that are quite similar to it but copyright free in their library. And then I actually didn't do that, but I just clicked through, what's rock and what's just instrumental, because I don't want too much voices in the background with singing. But if you like it, you can also find similar things, and it finds the similar things in their own library. Okay, so right now it's cooled down a bit. It's mixed thoroughly. I'm going to slowly add, I'm going to put this to the side right now. I'm going to slowly add my second solution of tonight. It's actually my third solution. This will make it mustardy yellow. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this as well, so you can actually see it. I'm going to get rid of myself as well. This should make it a liquid again. But in all honesty, I am using a different metal salt in this solution than I did last time. And I should be able to get the magnetic stirrer also back in action when this is all in it. But please do something. Wait, am I taking the right steps here? I really need to focus. You're right, I did. That's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, they have been for a while already. But this is the latest, yeah. The colorful one. Yeah, it's basically like, or apricot, like a apricot compote, right? Something like that. But it's, look at this, it's liquefying again. Right, it's, you see the flakes, you see it's getting lumpy instead of slimy. So it really has, it really does do its magic already. But it's not the color that I want. I mean, it's a yellow, definitely a yellow. It's a warm yellow as well. Okay, maybe I should wait with the rest and just put this thing in again. If I can get everything I need to do it in the right order. God, this looks nasty. Can we spin a little bit harder here? So we just have a little bit of patience. Let's have a little bit of patience, shall we? That's too difficult. Namisao, welcome. It's an apricot, or at least a compote, or well, I'm aiming for marmalade, to be honest. I mean, that's what I want. I want that vibrant orange kick, I want to say. As you can see, it's way less lumpy than it was before. Just adding a few drops. I really do think that I should be kind of stirring it a little bit. Let's put it more over there so we can go around it. There we go. Don't you go there. Don't you go there. The change for color, the heat. No, it's more. If I don't heat it at this stage, the heat at first is to let all the enzymes kind of break things down. Color-wise, because it's still what I got from the leaves is still it's a very fine powder, but they're still solids, and you need to kind of break it down for those solids to become more soluble, and they kind of give off their chromophore, and the chromophore is the thing that gives color. So that's what I've done. That's why it's yellow right now. But for me, this is not nearly yellow enough. What I want to do first right now is try to get it a little bit more workable again, right? Less stringy. Measure the pH and then adjust the pH accordingly. No, we're not finished. You're finished when I say you're finished. but it's way better than it was already. So what's happening right now is that slurry, that slimish substance that you saw, that was the beginning of the crystal, of the crystal structure that's forming right now. It's more becoming flakes, and so that crystallization is, instead of becoming a kind of a chain of polymers that are all stuck together, like, you know, a very a slimy structure that you see right now. This is becoming agglomerates of crystals stuck together, needle-shaped crystals, which we want, because that's exactly what Indian yellow is. But for me, it's not there yet. And I'm looking at what I've done last time. I think the last time it was throwing the magnet in again. Double stirring action. Last time it was more of that bright yellow mustard. I did aim to make it a little bit warmer this time. But this isn't particularly warmer as an orange. Maybe it's a tad more orange, and it's when I'm looking through this side, like when it's very translucent on the edge of the glass. Yeah, basically magic is happening. Or you can imagine just looking inside a cow's stomach in a very much slowed down, clean way. Oh, this is all gunky here. There we go. This is why it wasn't stirring. Okay, now you try again. There you go. That's better. But we have, let me have a look. I need to check the pH right now. I need to check the pH. Let's have a look. Can we do that with this substance? pH has gone down too much. I was wondering, because it should be kind of like having a kick right now, and this is getting a kick. That's it. Because this is almost empty, and when this is empty, I expected just to have it a little bit more color. But this is also throwing the pH the completely different direction, which I really don't want. So we need to change that again. It is getting darker a bit. It's becoming a deeper yellow. Let me have a look if I can put it in the light a little bit better. Probably can't. But I mean, right? This is what we're missing. Oh, just read it. The exactly same thing happened last time. Last time it took me 2 hours to figure out that I just needed to check the page again. Interestingly, by the way, I've put it in a dark blue bottle. That way you really can't see what it is, but let me have a look if I can. This, right here, is a true Indian yellow solution. So this is my cow urine Indian yellow. A part of that I broke off, made a solution. I have two very, very small flasks here. Made a solution of that with alcohol. And one with alcohol, one with water, to see what the pH is. So I can actually mimic the pH of the raw pigment. Right, this wasn't a purified pigment. Glad you like it, Matthias. I'm adding the right thing right now. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's better. That is better. So I'm finished with this one. Why is there a lump here? Why is there a lump? I don't want lumps. I don't want lumps. We were getting rid of lumps here. Okay, we're getting lumps again. So I'm for the next step. We should be getting rid of lumps right now, hopefully. I don't know. Or we're getting more lumps. Which I really don't get. Or we're getting more lumps. No, I'm using demineralized water for that. Which is basically pH neutral, and just a tiny bit, so I can get kind of a concentrated version of it. The alcohol is just to keep it liquid, and you know, not, I don't know, get nasty. Okay, so I have another fourth solution ready and bottled. That's actually something I didn't want to use right now, but I think I have to actually. Wait, let's wait. Just see what this does. that on the bottom, you see on the bottom camera, it is kind of separating, and I don't like that as well. But it loses the lumps, but it also loses a little bit of yellow. There it gains yellow, and you can especially see it on the camera and on the bottom. The top is more yellow than the bottom. If we just turn you off, how flop, plop, 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 plop. Right now its phases are kind of unpredictable, because I'm struggling with the pH a little bit here. Just being brutally honest. Alright, it loses color when we're adding this, which I don't like, but this is for the final formation of the crystals. I want it to loosen up a little bit. It doesn't loosen up at all. Let's have a look. Where do I have a bigger beaker? Where I'm going to... Oh, we need to stir it. I'm going to add this anyway. Right, it's literally losing color right now, which I really don't like. So I'm just going to add color again, which I magically just happen to, able to do here. That's not too hot. Right, I want to let it spin. Yeah, but it's sealed, so the alcohol will eventually evaporate. But this is just when I want to use it. I can drop it in, like, either under the microscope or let it evaporate, and then put a little bit of binder in there. So the alcohol is just a preservative, basically. To be honest, last time I was in this phase, it took me 2 hours before it actually went bright and fluid mustard. But you can literally, you can see the needle-like crystals forming. Just zoom in on YouTube if you can. I don't know. I can't show it like that. I can just lift the beaker. Well, you see? I don't know, I can't really get light in there, but you're able to see, at least I'm able to see little line structures or something. Right, third solution. And let's keep my emergency solution ready here. It's actually the sixth solution already, I think. It looks like fibers. Yeah, that's the structure we want to see. Eventually you won't see it anymore because everything will solidify. But under the microscope you see like needle-like crystals. And that's the solids that are forming right now. The shapes. So that's good. That's a good reaction. That's a reaction that I do want to see. But I do think it is way too thick still. So I'm going to loosen it up a little bit. Which I actually don't want to do. Let's have a look. What do we need? There we go. I actually don't want to do this because that means, you know, adding more liquid means I'm needing to evaporate more as well. But luckily, the liquid that I'm adding is partly alcohol. So evaporation will happen quicker. This shouldn't influence the color, but just the consistency, which is helping, but not nearly enough, I notice. Come on, go and stir for yourself. My arm's getting tired. This isn't stirring for itself. A little bit on the bottom I see here. That's good. It is moving a little bit. Let's first stir those in. Now let's magically bring back some color to this. Bum. There's the orange yellow that we want. Okay, what I'm doing right now, don't advise to anyone. should be able to see a color difference happening from the bottom now. It looks more liquid, like this, but it doesn't really stir like it. There isn't enough resistance. I can turn this harder. It should actually bring everything to a move. I'm really hoping it is going to do that. It's moving slightly. Not the speed I wanted to. So let's see what this does right now with there we go. Okay, so highlighter yellow again, but yeah, all right. I mean, it's somewhere. It's a shame that this is not like. I mean, this is too much light here. This is not the orange that we saw in this swatch. I mean, definitely not. So something is missing here. Maybe I'm going to think. Okay, I need to think. Oh, we're almost there. So this is the yellow mustard I started with last time. It's almost there. Meaning we're almost at that spot where it's moving again in a vortex. Is that vortex underneath the bubble? No. Kind of. It's happening there. There we go, we just need a little push. So 1 hour, 45 minutes later, but that's not how long it took me last time. Last time it took me 2 hours to get from that gel phase to this. So it's new personal best. But I'm definitely missing color here. I'm going to read my notes. Okay, so what I'm reading now here, last time it kind of really, this phase and everything else really set when I let it sit for a few hours. So I think I'm going to be calling this stream. No, I'm not going to call it to an end. Not yet. I want to be sure. I have a lot of notes, but I'm going to let this go for just a while now. I'm looking into maybe I need to add one more, and I need to make another solution of a different compound. I didn't put in it yet, but when I did, I didn't get this, but then I put it in at the beginning, so maybe it's an order issue, just wasn't in the right order. I'm going to let it stir for an hour. So I'm going to stop my stream, I think, or you're you know, if everyone's interested in just seeing this for an hour, I'm fine with that. Matthias, I wish you a delicious meal and a nice evening. But I think I'm going to log off as well. I mean, usually I'm going to start in about 10 minutes. Now I started 2 hours earlier with the stream. Just going to make a picture of it to put with my notes, because well, it's not that I want particularly want to go offline, but let's make this a little bit. Let's have a look. Is this doing anything? Not enough. A little bit more light, and definitely more of this. Here seems about right. Maybe give it a little bit of this. I'm just color correcting it to too much. No, right? It's good. It's really weird because when I look at it like this, like, okay, this is good. I mean, this looks a little bit different because there's a camera on the screen, but here this looks pretty damn close. If I then have it here where there's no light, this looks way too vibrant. It's really weird, but that's why I always keep it next to it. Yeah, I put in all my solutions here. I'm just going to let it stir for an hour, I think, and then I'll let you know what this has become later. I will let this rest overnight. By the way, so just to explain my my next steps, this will form and mix for another hour. It should be a little bit smoother. Now there's still some lumps in there, but it's also crystallization happening while I'm still in this process, and then I'm letting it kind of marry, get together, and age on temperature for the rest of the night in my cupboard over there, and then tomorrow morning, if this is all gone right, I will start evaporating this on this plate, I think. But I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do that in my studio, since I think I won't like the smell. Anyway, and then I'll be left with a powder that is quite high in its pH. Apparently, Indian yellow, real Indian yellow, which didn't really make sense. Okay, let me just take a drop of real Indian yellow here. A drop of real Indian yellow, which is way more orange than anything I have over here. And then a drop of this in it. Will it lose color? It loses almost all of its color. Okay, interesting. And when I add this to it, will it gain color? Barely, just a little bit, but you can't really. It also lost that. Okay. This explains some things to me based on the real stuff. But that just doesn't explain why this is this and this is that. This is just green yellow compared to this. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Turn on notifications, and you know what to do when you wanna stay updated to this batch of mustard again. So, Indian yellow. Let's call it what it is. It's Indian yellow. Thanks so much again for joining. I think I'm just going to watch a movie and set a timer and come back later. I think I'm going to do that. Sounds like a plan. Bye, guys. I know I've been, I was gone, but just to show you the solution, I'm still like, I haven't logged out yet. It is getting more of a vortex right now. So it is literally doing something, and I'm making a little solution that should make it warmer. I know I was gone. I'm so sorry for anyone who just fell off his or her chair because they were shocked by hearing me again. Sorry because of that. This really was deceiving. Me leaving first and then just, you know. Oh, it shouldn't do this. Okay, I'm going to let it stir for next hour like this. There's orange. You see that? There's an orange dot over there. Meaning whatever I just did works to getting it warmer in color. To really get it warmer, I just need to dial this one, but just for the color, let's turn that off again. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's what I just did is right. Good to know. I'm letting it stir like this for the next hour. And again, thank you so much for joining. See you next time.